Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is gonna be a little different. It's going to be a tattoo tour. But before we get into it, if you guys can please subscribe to my channel, also follow my Instagram account. That would mean so much to me. And with that being said, let's jump right into it. So some of my tattoos have a meaning and then some of them don't mean anything. I just got them just because. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the very first tattoo I ever got, which were these right here on my finger. I don't know if you guys can see. So they are Roman numerals. It's the year 1936 and 2011. It's the years that my grandpa was born and the year that he passed away. When I got these, I was 18 years old. And I actually got that one behind my mom's back. She just like, she likes tattoos like on other people, but like her personally, like she wouldn't get any, and I think she just didn't want me to get any either. But I had always, like since I was little, have always like really like loved the way tattoos look. So I already knew like as an adult I would, have tattoos myself. So when I got that one, I had to get it like without her knowing. Yeah, I was 18 and I remember it was this guy that I went to high school with. After he graduated, like he started tattooing, and one day I just like called my best friend and I was like, hey, like let's drive out to Gilbert's house and like I'm gonna get a tattoo because I like really wanted one. And I ended up getting these. For pain tolerance, I would say these like a 1 out of 10. Out of like between a 1 and a 10, the pain tolerance for these was maybe like a 7-ish, like 7.5, like closer on the 8 side. Because like once it got to like the bone right here, like in the middle, it was really painful. Like it felt like my finger was on fire. It's okay. I mean, what can you expect from getting a tattoo like in someone's house that had only been tattooing for like a few months? So whatever, I'm not mad at it. I just remember like being so scared to tell my mom. Like I came home and like I knew she was gonna see it because I was always like, at that time, like I had like started driving and stuff. Sometimes like we would go to the mall or whatever, and like when I drive, like my hand's like this, so I was like, she's gonna see it, like I have to tell her. And I was so scared because like I just knew she was gonna be mad. Like I expected like an ass whooping. So I was like, oh, like I don't want to tell her, but I know I have to. So I didn't tell her like face to face. I actually wrote a letter to her because I was that like nervous. And I was just like, yeah, I'm sorry, don't be mad at me, like I got a tattoo, but it really means a lot to me. It's grandpa's, because it was her dad. So I was like, it's grandpa's birth year and his death year and da-da-da. And she like was like, let me see it, and I showed her and that was it. Like she wasn't even mad, so I was like, okay, like why was I scared? Like she didn't even care. So I think, I'm not sure how long later it took me to get my second one, but it was within that same year. I'm thinking maybe like a few months. My second tattoo was this one right here. I don't know, twist my arm. I don't know if you guys can see. I can't. This is like really awkward, like showing you. Maybe this way is better. And it has like a cross behind it. Lopez was is like my family's last name. And then the cross because he was a like really like religious guy. So I got that for him. Tattoo. Oh, so sorry. Pain tolerance. This one actually didn't really hurt. Like a little bit, like closer to like my bone, like the wrist, but it didn't hurt anywhere near as much as the ones on my fingers. So this one I would rate it like a 3 or 4, like a 3 actually. Yeah. So after that one, I actually didn't get any tattoos for like a couple years because I got those when I was 18, and then my next tattoo I didn't get till I was 20. This one is actually the one, it's this big one right here. Growing up, I would always beg like my dad to like to let me get one, like to pay for me to get one, like because I was underage. You know, I was like probably 14, like 14 all the way through like the age of like 17. I was like begging him, like during my birthdays, like when my birthdays would come, just like, oh, like just take me to get a tattoo, please. Like I won't ask you anymore. Like, of course he didn't. Fast forward to my 20th birthday, he called me, I'm gonna pick you up, and I'm like, okay. So I got ready thinking we were just gonna like go have dinner or something. So I go outside and he's still like in his construction clothes, and I was like, why aren't, like, where are we going? Like, you know, like you're like all dirty from work, like where are we gonna go eat? Or he was like, I'm taking you to get a tattoo. Oh, really? And he was like, yeah. He's like, but you have to tell your mom, like you have to, you know, call her and tell her, because like I don't want her to like give me shit for it or whatever, which I already knew she was, because she didn't want me to like get any more tattoos. Like, I don't care, like I'll call her. So I called her, and I was still in my driveway, and I was like, guess where my dad is taking me? Like, he's taking me to get a tattoo. And she was like, you better be joking, Vanessa. Oh my god. And I was like, no, like he's like really taking me to get a tattoo. And she was just like, well, you know, I'm not happy about this. And I was like, okay, like I am. So I was like, I was super excited. So we ended up just meeting with the guy that day, and I kind of told him more or less what I wanted. And what I wanted was like a garden of roses, and then I wanted like a piece of a poem that my grandpa wrote to my grandma, and this poem is actually like on his headstone. So it's just like flowers, so you guys can see flowers, and then I don't know if you guys can see like the lettering. It's really hard to like really show you, so I'll just like tell you guys what it says. But here's the lettering right here. It's in Spanish, and it says, y cuando mis ojos te vieron por primera vez, supe que eras quien yo siempre soñé. The English translation to that, oh my god, that's so embarrassing because my Spanish is like really bad. The English translation to that is, and when I first laid eyes on you, I knew you were the one I had always dreamt of. So it's like a longer poem, but that's just a piece of it that he wrote to my grandma. So I got that, and then the roses kind of just like symbolize, like he loved his garden, like he like really took care of like his trees and everything, like his plants and stuff. So I felt like that was like a really big part of him. So that's why I wanted like the garden like of flowers, because it's just it reminds me of him. So that was that. This one, rate pain tolerance, like it wasn't that bad, honestly. Like the parts I hurt the most were just when it got here, like to the middle of my arm, like where it bends, and like right here by my elbow. It's right here. These parts I would rate it like an 8.5. Like all of this here, like on the inside and like on the top, wasn't so bad. It was maybe like, I would say like a 4 or 5. I have a really high pain tolerance though, so excuse me. So that's why, I don't know, maybe to other people it hurts more, maybe it doesn't hurt at all, I don't know. But to me, I would give it like a 4 or a 5, because there were like some places that did hurt, and then for the most part it really didn't hurt as bad as you would think it would hurt. From there, I don't really remember like the order of my tattoos after, so from here I'm just gonna kind of show you guys what I have. So basically, like this whole arm is supposed to be kind of like a tribute to my grandpa, because the flower, like the garden, the flower kind of continues up into like my shoulder, so it goes up pretty high. It's not done. See, I'm like missing this whole like elbow part, and then right here, like under my arm, this hurts so bad. I couldn't finish it. Like I was gonna start to cry. Like, so right here, like he started doing the outline, and my arm was so red. Like it was like a bright red, like just from the outline. This was less than an hour. I hadn't even been getting tattooed an hour, like at this part. So then he did these two outlines and I was like, oh my god, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to handle this. I was like sweating. And then he starts doing like the outline right here on the bottom. This is supposed to be a sunflower, which it's not even, it's literally just the outline. I couldn't handle it. Like, I honestly don't know how people can, like, when I see people like with like their full sleeve, I'm just like, dude, like, props to you, because I was such a little weenie. Can't do this, like, it really hurts, like, I'm gonna cry. And he was like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna cry, like, it hurts. So he stopped, and I honestly, like, I don't care, like, I'm fine with it not being done. Am I gonna get it like finished? I don't know. I would really like to get it finished, but like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to like handle it. So I haven't even touched any of that since I got it, like, since I had started it. I just kind of moved on and left it alone because I just couldn't relive that pain. It was so freaking painful. Like, that on a scale of 1 to 10 is like a 22 before like I continue on with the rest, because I want to finish up like what I have on my arm. This is like my all-time favorite tattoo. It is like, I just love it. I couldn't be more happy with a tattoo that I have like on me. So this one is actually the portrait I have of my grandpa, and it's this one right here. I'm gonna have to stand up to show you guys. So this is it, and it goes all the way around here, and it honestly looks like exactly like the picture. Like, this tattoo like really meant a lot to me. Like, it's one that I had, you know, planned to get for a long time, and I just was really nervous because I've seen a lot of like portrait like tattoo fails. So I was just like really scared because I'm like, you know, this portrait, like, this tattoo is gonna mean so much to me, and if it doesn't look like my grandpa, like, I don't even know what I would do. And I ended up going to a different guy. I kind of did my homework. I was looking at, like, you know, people, other, you know, artists' work, and one of my friends who actually goes to this guy, she was like, you know, he's really good, like, you should check out his work. So I was looking at his you know, Instagram page and stuff. It's really good, you know. And of course you always have like that doubt though, because it's like so something so meaningful, like, you cannot have it like messed up, you know. So I still had my doubts going into it, but I'm like, you know what, like, I have to trust him. Like, I've seen what he's done, like, it's good, like, I just have to go for it, you know. I went, met with him, showed him what I wanted, and yeah. During the process of getting that tattoo, I was like nervous. I didn't even look at it. Like, the whole time I was just sitting with my arm out, and I was like talking to my friend that was with me because I didn't want to look. I was freaking out because I don't know, like, my mind was just like, oh my god, it's not gonna look like him, what are you gonna do, blah blah blah. And I didn't look, and then finally, like, at the end, it's like when I got like a good look at it, and I was just like blown away. I'm gonna try to like input like a picture of like the actual picture and next to like the tattoo, so you guys can see. It's just the best tattoo ever. Like, I love it. And then here I have the 1936, and again, that's just the year my grandpa was born. And then I have right here, some people think it's like a welcome sign, but it doesn't look, to me it doesn't look like the welcome sign. It's actually just a diamond. This one has no meaning. I just wanted a diamond just because. So this one was probably like a 7-ish, 7.5. And then I have these here on my hands, just like a little daisy here. This one didn't hurt at all. This one was seriously painless. Like, I was surprised because I was really traumatized from these, because after these I hadn't gotten anything on my finger anymore. And then I randomly decided to get like this little daisy, and I thought it was gonna hurt like really bad, and it didn't hurt at all, like at all. I'm not even joking. So that one was like completely painless. And then here I have, this is supposed to be like a little lioness, like just like a quick little, like it's obviously not supposed to be anything like super like detailed. It's supposed to be my dog, because my dog, her name is Nala. Well, I named her Nala after the Lion King, and I absolutely love the Lion King, and I love lions. They're my favorite animal ever. So I got a little Nala here on my finger. It's so cute. I actually get a lot of compliments on this one too, and it's so funny because it's just so simple. And then here I have Up. I love that movie. That's actually just why I got it. I just love the movie, and I think like I love like the little house with the balloons. It's just so cute. So that's why I got that one, and the balloons are colored. Some of them are faded. I actually got this one a few years ago, like 5 years ago, I think. About 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, I got this one. So the balloons do need like a little touching up, but aside from that, it's good. Oh, and then I have one here. It's just like a little quote. It just says, "And when I wake up, you are still with me." And that one, of course, is to my grandpa. So most of my tattoos do have a meaning, mostly for my grandpa. But I think the reason why I mostly, you know, felt like I wanted to get these in memory of him is because like he as a person was just like a really strong, like independent man. Like he's the one who brought like my family here, you know. And I don't know, like I just feel like, you know, he deserves to me, this is my way of expressing myself, so like he deserves like to be remembered, like heavily. Like that's just how I would describe it. I don't know, that's just me. Like the rest don't have meaning. I just like how tattoos look. Okay, so I got a phone call, so I don't know if like the angle is the same or what. I don't remember what I was saying, but yeah. So oh, and I actually do have like another one here on my back, but it's like all the way up here. It's that one is just like a California, I mean nothing special. I'm from California, so representing is actually it, because I don't have any more tattoos. I actually do plan on getting more. I actually want to cover this arm. I'm thinking to do, you know, things incorporating like my son and things like that, but that's probably not till like later in the future because it's super expensive. But yeah, so anyways, that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching.